What it is, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy, JalenTAHA, back with another video. Hey. Current subscriber count, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, everybody subscribing, everybody tuning in. Make sure, I also appreciate everybody commenting, good or bad, like, good or bad, constructive criticism or whatever. I appreciate the comments, man. Shout out to y'all, shout out to everybody who's viewing, shout out to all the new viewers, shout out to the reoccurring subscribers viewing the channel. Welcome to Taha Land. I ain't said that in a minute, but I call my subscribers Taha Land. Welcome to Taha Land. Y'all are very welcome. If you're new to the channel, and all my reoccurring subscribers, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell, because all my posts are bangers. So yeah, today we got Meanest versus Nicest Celebrities. Hey. I did my intro all backwards, but hey man, we gonna get straight into this reaction. The way I'm choosing my reactions low-key is just like the newest video right now. That's how I'm feeling, I guess. And then it's like NBA doing the in-season tournament right now, so ain't too many Dallas Mavericks games. So yeah, we're just doing whatever's new. So yeah, we gonna watch this. Let's get straight into it, man.
Who are the 5 nicest celebrities and who are the 5 meanest?
I can tell you who the meanest one I ever met was. Her name is Ellen DeGeneres.
But while all the evidence points to Ellen being awful, Adam Sandler is always highlighted as being incredibly kind. Take for example the time he was refused a table at IHOP after the server failed to realize it was Adam Sandler asking. Embarrassed, the server shared the CCTV to TikTok, prompting Adam Sandler to meet with the waitress personally while joking about the rejection by stating, "For the record, I only left the IHOP because the nice woman told me the all-you-can-eat deal didn't apply to the milkshakes," although fans were impressed for a slightly different reason. It's very humble of him to not assert that he's a celebrity and ask for special treatment. He acted just like a regular customer and didn't challenge anyone. I respect him for that, with his humble attitude extending to wedding photo bombs and that time he randomly appeared for some chicken.
Hi guys. No way.
Hey, nah, this is smooth. Okay, I like this video.
And he was simply the nicest man ever. He would come out to sign autographs after a full 14+ hour day of shooting. It didn't matter how long the line was, he made sure every single person got to say hello. He had time for photographs and chats with everyone in town, frequented all the local coffee shops and posed with employees. He seemed to really care and know how excited we all were to have a movie happening and always had a smile. Although Adam
he a real one.
was the only people to talk very highly of him.
You guys love each other. Is that fair to say?
For sure.
Yeah. I hear each of you individually talking about the other in such fond terminology.
Yeah.
After Pete Davidson worked with Adam Sandler on Saturday Night Live, Pete went on to state he's just such a cool, nice guy. I can't explain how wonderful of a person he is. Just like caring and sweet and not full of crap, which is very rare to find. But while Adam Sandler's happy on-screen mood clearly extends to his personal life, Mike Myers from Austin Powers is apparently much different when the cameras are
Okay, this video
Twitter
interesting.
users expose Mike Myers as an absolute nightmare to work with.
Hold on, I gotta pause. This dude talk a million, oh my gosh, miles per hour, oh my god. But all I was gonna say about Adam Sandler is, y'all gotta understand, because I used to be a server, so like, when there's a certain amount of servers and you might have a new server, you might have servers that's been working there for like 2 years. It really depends, but like sometimes you can get double sat, as in 2 tables in your section come at like the same time. So you getting drink orders for this table, you getting drink orders for this table, and you getting maybe the first table's ready to order their whole meal and their drinks, and then you got to go to the second table and probably just get their drinks. Like, it's not, it's a little difficult. That's kind of a reason why, they do tips for servers, because it could get a little, like, not frustrating, but people can get overwhelmed. So he said that Adam Sandler wanted to leave because the milkshake deal. But if there's a wait on a table, like, That's also crazy. Like, if there's a wait, why would you just skip the line for a celebrity? Like, just go ask the back, hey, can any server take a table? Is anybody ready? If nobody's ready, then they have to wait, bro. It's real life.
Tweet reading, Mike Myers had me fired off the set of The Love Guru because I made eye contact with him and I was there as his bodyguard. The tweet had been posted by a person named Jay Brody, who then expanded on the incident in a podcast.
You'll be basically guarding Mike Myers' trailer. They're like, here's the catch. Can't look at him. But I realized, like, I can't let just anyone into the trailer. So I look up, I catch his eye for a second. I give him a nod to let him know I'm cool. And then I look away, and within an hour, I get a phone call letting me know that I'm fired and I have to get off set.
Prompting others to give their own anecdotes about Mike Myers' terrible attitude. I was an extra in Love Guru and remember being told we can't make eye contact with Mike. When I tell people this, they don't believe me. Thanks for confirming. People always wonder why there weren't more Austin Powers movies, but never realize how many stories there are like this about him. Basically, no one wants to work with the guy.
Because of
One of
eye
these other stories
contact?
coming from the set of The Cat in the Hat,
What does
where
that
Mike's
even
co-star
mean?
Amy Hill stated his area was all covered with tenting because he didn't want anybody seeing him. It was so weird, it was just the worst. I was miserable. Hill also revealed how Diva Myers selfishly kept everyone waiting for hours, overruled the director, and even had someone standing by, just holding his personal chocolates in a dish. It was just a horrible, nightmarish experience, although people
Dang, they called
said
him
the opposite
Diva?
about Steve
That's
Buscemi.
insane.
Buscemi worked as a New York firefighter before quitting to pursue acting, although when the Twin Towers were destroyed on September 11, Buscemi walked into his old fire department to volunteer, working 12 hours a day for a week straight in the hopes of finding survivors.
Man.
He called his old firehouse, then receiving no reply, headed to the site, where he found his former engine company. I asked if I could join them, he said, adding I could tell they were a little suspicious at first, but I worked with them that day. It was a privilege to be able to do it. It was great to connect with the firehouse I used to work with, and with some of the guys I worked alongside. Note, this was in 2001.
People who used to work a job
famous
before
for
they
movies
blow
such
up
as
and like
Fargo,
get famous
according to
and
an
get money,
independent article on
like
his
those are the
volunteering,
best
very
people.
few
Like
photographs
people
of
who
movies
worked a 9 to 5
because he
before
declined them.
they
He
blew
wasn't
up,
there for
bro.
publicity.
They
But
know
did you
how
think
it
you were
is,
hallucinating
bro.
if
I
Steve
know,
Buscemi
boy.
helped you out of the rubble?
I know how it is, man.
With a Reddit comment then offering a slightly more personal story. I used to serve him
We
all
got
the
a
time
more
and he
real
never
life
once was a
world,
diva.
like,
Always had a smile on his
perspective.
face. And I mean, I don't even think he once had a complicated order. He always ordered the most simple thing on the menu and always tipped 20+%. Not to mention Buscemi gets extra credit for being close
Hey,
friends
tip
with
your
Adam
service
Sandler.
and your
However,
delivery
it seems
drivers,
Jerry
man.
Seinfeld was left out of the party, given every clip of him I've seen outside of his shows is just him being an unlikable douche with an ego the size of a small country. This sentiment began with a Larry King interview from 2007.
I went off the air. I was the #1 show on television, Larry.
You were
Do you know who I am? 75 million viewers. Last episode.
Wait, don't
It's
take
like
it so
kids.
bad.
Well, that's a big difference between being canceled and being #1.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Can we get a resume in here for me?
B-movie opens
That I can go
tomorrow.
over?
Although this attitude extends into other moments like the time he rejected Kesha.
I love you so much.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
Please?
No, thanks.
A little one.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Oh.
That was a nice movie. I don't know who that was.
Yeah, it's Kesha.
Okay.
Jerry then offered no apology for rejecting her.
I don't hug a total stranger. I have to meet someone, say hello. I need to know, who are you?
No,
and
I
she was
really-
very nice about it. We laughed about it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you hug her afterwards?
No.
No.
Leading Kesha to change her mind about him for pretty obvious reasons.
What happened with?
Oh
Jerry
my
Seinfeld?
gosh.
Oh my god.
This is up in the air, bro.
It was like the saddest moment of my life.
Jerry also has a
Aww.
reputation for destroying the paparazzi.
The worst way is like the bomb. I'm sure comics go through all the time.
Another very weak question.
And after Lady Gaga was moved to his luxury basketball box for acting rudely at a game, he had this to say.
This woman's a jerk. I hate her. I can't believe they put her in my box, which I paid for. This is what you give people the finger and you get upgraded? Is that the world we're living in now?
This is so
Seinfeld's
interesting.
This definitely has a charisma to it. However, if you're wanting a more humble type of charisma,
Post
then we have to talk
Malone!
about Post Post Malone, with entire compilations.
That one was like, I don't know if I have an opinion on that one.
Some moments to choose from.
Did you draw this? This is awesome.
Look at Post, man.
Was that he went out of his way to greet a 21-year-old having his first beer, or that time he gave his
White Iverson
to a fan after.
Bro, when Post Malone was blowing up and like every white dude was going as Post Malone to Halloween parties, that was a good time. That was a good time in the world, bro. Why she pet his beard like that?
Seinfeld.
Awesome. I want you to know that I really like your music. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, that means definitely. Can you say hello to Nicole? Well, hi, Nicole. Love you guys.
And when this fan somehow made
Real
it
one.
security, Post Malone hugs the guy and treats him respectfully before he's taken off the stage. In a different instance, Post Malone let a fan come on stage to play the guitar part in Stay, and it's therefore no surprise that fans have told anecdotal
Nah,
stories
that's
such as someone in the
heat.
thread said Post moved into his brother's
Whoa,
place,
that
and when
nigga
he
was
introduced
confident,
himself to
bro.
all
He
his
had a
neighbors
whole
in his
sign. He said, bro, give me this opportunity and I'ma kill it, bro.
I believe this 100%.
That's beautiful.
He had a party at an Airbnb or something a few houses down from my group's Airbnb, and he legit went around the cul-de-sac himself inviting everyone to the party. He also spent the entire night moving between groups, chatting and generally being a phenomenal host.
Oh my God.
10 out of 10 dude. But while
That's
nobody has
vibey.
anything negative to say about Post Malone, it seems nobody has anything positive to say about Chevy Chase. Remember when Pete Davidson praised
This
Adam
is a
Sandler?
good edited video.
Well,
I'm
Pete
so
had the
quiet
opposite
right
to say
now.
about
Like, I just
Chevy
want to
Chase.
listen.
He's a fucking douchebag. I hate that dude. He's just a genuinely bad racist person, and I don't
He's
like him.
racist?
Chevy Chase was fired from Community after calling Donald Glover the N-word. Not to mention before the
What?
Chase was simply difficult to work with.
He was someone that did not want to be there for the hours that we were keeping. He sometimes could be in not great moods.
Earlier in his career, Chevy Chase had gotten into a fist fight with Bill Murray.
Nah,
While
his
interviewing
career's
Robert
over.
Downey Jr., Chase stated, "Didn't your father used to be a successful director? Whatever happened to him? Boy, he sure died, you know. He sure went to hell." It's therefore no surprise that even Will Ferrell stated the worst host was Chevy Chase. Yet Chevy Chase foolishly claims that all criticism is just jealousy.
Did you just say that writers writing anything negative is jealousy? Yeah, I did. What kind of jealousy? I'm funnier than them? Yeah, I guess maybe. I'm considered good looking? Yeah, there you have it.
It seems Chevy Chase needs a lesson on humility, and who better to teach it than Shaquille O'Neal?
Hey, shout out to Shaq, man.
And that's why I am where I am now. I humble myself. I don't look down on people because they're lesser.
Back in 2011, Shaq had hit rock bottom. He'd retired from basketball, divorced from his wife, and had no idea where his life was going next.
Lost 76,000 square foot house by yourself. No kids. Go to the gym. Nobody playing in the gym. You go to their room. Nobody's there.
It was during this period that Shaq's mom Lucille gave him some advice.
And the queen, Dr. Lucille O'Neal, said, "Hey man, I don't know you no more. You need to humble yourself." And when mama talk, a true man listens.
After which Shaq began working on becoming a better person. He'd state, "The day I killed the narcissist Shaq is the day my kids text me, 'Hey daddy, I miss you.' Bro, when I got one of those texts, man, I actually cried then. I didn't know what to say.
That's
After
beautiful.
I got that love from them, I said, you know what, I'm not going to be the asshole Shaq no more. Because I was an asshole and I lost everything. The day I released all that me, Shaq is the day the blessings opened up. As a result, Shaq's been trying to create a fairly unique legacy.
Talk about legacies. I want mine to be one sentence. Shaq was a nice guy.
Which has been aided by his random acts of kindness, purchasing bikes, shoes, and laptops for less fortunate children. It seems
That's
the only
fine.
people Shaq won't give money to are his own kids.
Because I believe in respectable nepotism. You get all A's this next semester, you can get whatever you want. So he gets all A's, and I was like, go to the dealership and pick one. Then I get a call from Tesla. I said, man, you better take your ass across the street to Honda.
But while Shaq is an obvious choice as a nice celebrity,
Hey, that's
someone you might
fine.
not expect to
That's
be
me
rude is
too,
Bill
man.
Nye, the science guy. I met Bill Nye as a kid, and he was the biggest asshole I've ever met. It was a huge letdown after watching his show so often in class. My science teacher from 7th grade told us she had an explanation for why she tried to show us as few Bill Nye videos as possible. I believe she said she attended either a science workshop or an event for teachers where Bill Nye was there, and he was completely rude to her and dismissed her the whole time. Bill's dark side becomes pretty obvious when he debates other scientists. However, it seems he becomes the meanest when talking to his most popular demographic, kids. Bill Nye came came to visit my university, I was sorely disappointed. Bill Nye relied on sexist jokes to relate to the crowd. He kept complimenting women's legs and saying weird stuff about how sexy women are. He was trying to be relatable, but was sorely mistaken as he faced a crowd of driven female engineers and scientists. He went on about climate change and basically insinuated that we could be the policy changers while the real scientists did the real work. I couldn't believe how much my views of him were falling apart as I watched him pander to students he clearly didn't care about.
This is
I later
interesting.
heard that he wouldn't speak with students, only professors, with this anecdote following the very common theme of Bill Nye was my hero until I heard him talk. Although thankfully Keanu Reeves is the perfect balance between good and evil.
There's no video
Following
evidence
the
of
second
that
two
one,
Matrix movies, Keanu Reeves chose to give up $75 million worth of his movie earnings, instead redirecting the money to the special effects team who he said deserved it more. Even then, this might not have been his most charitable act whilst filming. As a Reddit user stated, a family friend builds movie sets, doesn't design, is one of the poor dudes that just builds. Anyways, he worked on the set for The Matrix, and Keanu heard about family trouble he was having and gave him a $20,000 Christmas bonus to help him out. Money isn't the only thing
that's
that
beautiful, bro.
In 2011, he was candidly filmed giving up his seat on the New York subway, and 3 years later in 2014, he waited patiently for 20 minutes in the rain outside the wrap party of his own film Daughter of God after a mix-up because he didn't want to cause a scene. He didn't say, "Hey, I'm Keanu Reeves," or "Yo man, this is my party," once to the bouncer, and the owner of the club was horrified when he found out afterwards that the actor was standing in the rain. It's therefore no surprise that there's an extremely popular subreddit dedicated to Keanu Reeves being awesome, although if there's one person who could offset this kindness with meanness, it's definitely Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh,
right now, we all need a little kindness. You know, like Ellen DeGeneres always talks about. She's also notoriously one of the meanest people alive. Respond to this with the most insane stories you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to LA Food Bank. This was the tweet that started her downfall, as nobody could have expected how bad the
2020?
responses would be. When I was 15, the Ellen Show was doing a contest of fans making a bust of her and sending it to her. I worked so hard on this and even wrote her a letter. Weeks later, she used it as a prop in a game and gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to the bottom. Working for her, I was instructed that I can't look her in the eye and never ever say hi to her first. But don't worry, she definitely won't be saying hi to you in the...
Wait. Okay, this one's interesting. So, she gave... Oh, wait. Okay, so she gave a statue to Ellen for a contest. And then Ellen gave it away to a random person with $500 attached to it. It's like, I mean, your work got repurposed for another person who got $500. Like, in a sense, you gave some random person $500 that wasn't yours. Like, your kindness affected somebody else's life with kindness. Like, it didn't work out. I guess it didn't work out. You wrote her a letter. She probably read the letter, hopefully. It was used as a prop, so it got screen time. Your work got put on air. And then she repurposed your gift to somebody else with $500 attached to it. Like, I feel like that's a W. I don't know. This one's interesting, YouTube. Y'all got a comment about this one. Like, your kindness affected somebody else's life with kindness. It's just not the person you intended, but you got shouted out for your work. Like, it was on TV.
$500 attached to the bottom. Working for her, I was instructed that I can't look her in the eye and never ever say hi to her first. But don't worry, she definitely won't be saying hi to you in the first place. She creates the most toxic environment for her staff. I worked at Real Food Daily, served her and Portia a brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I'd worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning, almost got me fired. Chris Pontius stated on Steve Devo's
crazy.
podcast that he wasn't surprised to hear these anecdotes.
It's crazy that all this stuff's come out, like, about Ellen being mean. Because when I met her, I thought she was really mean. Like, and she's like, so what do I gotta do? And she's just pissed to be there. And then she comes out on stage and she's like, all like funny, nice Ellen, you know, like the person that they think she is.
And apparently neither were the 10 employees who came forward 4 months later to expose her terrible working environment.
Toxic, phony, hypocrite, liar.
Oh my gosh.
From the very beginning, don't talk to Ellen, don't do this, you can't go into her office. It was very nerve-wracking, very stressful. We all walked on eggshells all the time.
As a result, Ellen took a 14-week hiatus, returning with a pretty standard apology.
Sometimes I get sad, I get mad, I get anxious, I get frustrated, I get impatient, and I am working on all of that.
However, this failed to ensure a returning audience, as in May 2022, Ellen's show was cancelled completely.
Oh my gosh, wow. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. That was a good video, YouTube. Like, that was a video, like, I don't fake any of my reactions, obviously. Like, I was just sitting here just interested, like, this was a good video. I see why it's doing so well. Like, I always read the comments, YouTube. It says, Post Malone is such a G. Facts, I agree. And he he a G. Met Craig Robinson at a random drive bar in Tokyo about 10 years ago. He was the nicest man. Not many people in Japan recognize him, but we did right away. We asked him for a photo and he did with the biggest smile. Then he told us to wait and started randomly FaceTiming someone, probably his missus, while singing and buying us shots. What a legend. Sheesh, yeah. I ain't gonna lie, when you like, yeah, when you have so many people that mess with you, you gotta show a lot of love, because they showing love to you too. Like, that's why Ellen, your show got canceled. Like, I just pray that, like, yeah, I want a cool fan base, like in Thailand. I want y'all to be cool. Like, I don't want y'all to be like assholes. Like, I don't even do that too much. Like, we could joke around a little bit, but like, I ain't even trying to, like, I don't even want my fan base to be like toxic. Like, that toxic stuff, like, it's for certain people, bro. I can't do it, bro. But yeah, I think that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. I definitely enjoyed this video. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Long live Jalen Wade. We out this thing. Get it!